You may be wondering why tdjakes is trending. He's been trending on social media for the last few hours. Why? Well, the video you're about to watch attempts to explain to you why. However, I must highlight that this is all alleged, and all the things said in this video are merely allegations. There is no evidence to back them up. We have not had anything corroborated, so it could all be completely made up. In fact, maybe the video I'm about to show you is an alleged video, not a real video at all. But anyway, have a watch and we'll talk some more afterwards.
This is allegedly. Ain't nobody gonna catch me slipping, okay? Okay. So allegedly, Cassie has turned over evidence to the feds. Yes, to the feds. She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include tdjakes with Diddy. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. I'm not finna say nothing else.
Says here, yo bro, Cassie has turned over substantial amounts of evidence to the feds. I'm told that after Cassie had a long conversation with blank, I have to protect this person. They're going through a lot right now. And her lawyers, she finally was convinced to give up the videotapes and audio recordings that contain footage of S parties and other private gatherings that feature some pretty powerful and prominent people. And get this, she even gave up a burner phone and USBs that belong to Kim Porter with incriminating evidence against Diddy. I'm told that there are a slew of artists, politicians, and entertainers that are about to be exposed and arrested for H10. I'm paraphrasing there, okay? H10. I'm told that Cassie's husband played a significant role in getting Cassie to turn over the evidence. It's to my understanding that Cassie felt that by exposing the truth, it would also make her look like a filthy Moor, and I'm paraphrasing there, because some of the videos she turned in, it shows her getting number one, okay guys, I'm paraphrasing again, and committing more disgusting acts that she was forced to do. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that tdjakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties and abroad, and they refer to him as being a power bottom. Wow. It's also been said that a young male has acquired a lawyer to represent him as he is set to sue Jakes for an incident that took place when he was just years old. It's been said that the young man was forced to perform sloppy toppy, and I'm paraphrasing here, guys. You can actually put two and two together to understand what I'm trying to say. It's been said that the man's family were members of the Potter's house, but left the church in 2015. According to multiple church insiders, the parents were paid off to keep quiet. The guy's a grown man now and is seeking his own justice. It's been said that the young man doesn't even deal with his parents even to this day because they took hush money. According to Pastor Blank, and I have to protect this pastor, Bishop Jakes is about to get railroaded and all of his dirt will be exposed. That's why the bishop has quietly lawyered up. He sees his fall from grace coming.
Just don't look good for nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Hollywood is being turned upside down. Jeffrey Epstein's list is going to come out. If this is actually true, this list is going to come out, and we already know tdjakes is caught up with the other shit, allegedly being the person that is messing with Christian Keys. Everybody's saying it's either allegedly tdjakes or allegedly Tyler Perry. It's either one of them. But oh my God, if this is true, buckle up, because next year, 2024, y'all better get y'all bingo cards out, because it's going to get real.
Now, once again, there's nothing much I can actually say verbally in this video that might imply something, because I am concerned of being contacted by very powerful and expensive lawyers, and I don't want that. So rather than that, I'm just going to put tweets on the screen while I talk. But you saw the video, you know what these allegations are. If they are true, and that's a very big if, this is incredibly serious. Now, why is it serious? Well, firstly, he's a Christian and shouldn't be engaging in activities like that. I'm not saying that to judge him. I too am a Christian, right? And if you found out I'd been cheating on my wife, you'd have every right to come to my videos and say, I know you cheated on your wife. You say you're a Christian, and the Bible says, don't commit adultery. So therefore you're a hypocrite and you're not living the Christian life. And I would eventually have to say, yes, it's true, I did that, and I put my hands up, I'm a hypocrite. Done deal, right? And you'd have every right to say that. And that's what is, well, potentially going on here. But it has more ramifications than that if you're not a Christian, perhaps you may not understand. But when powerful Christian leaders run huge churches, if they run into trouble, if the leadership falls, often what happens is all the people go with them. So if you run a church where there's 600 to 5,000 members, when the leader of that church falls, a lot of those people leave. And they lose their community, they lose their church. And often, sometimes, their lives tend to regress. You have to remember that church is not just for, people who have had a plush and easy life. Church attracts people from all walks of life, some of whom come in having had terrible lives, having suffered terrible things, having been through terrible things in their lives, and church is a sanctuary for them. And when people fall who are in positions of power in the church, it hurts them, and sometimes they walk away from the faith. But not only that, huge churches tend to impact their communities as well, outside the church. They do things for local charities, they do things for local youth groups, all that kind of stuff. And when a leader falls like this, all those things stop, because a lot of those people don't want to be associated with the church and the leadership since the fall had occurred. This is not the first time we've seen this. We've seen it many times in Christian circles, especially in these rather larger churches. We've seen it with, in the 80s we saw it with Jimmy Swaggart, we saw it with Jim Baker, and of course we saw it with Hillsong, all that kind of stuff. These things happen. And often what happens is, I've noticed personally, as someone who's been to quite a few churches, is it's not so much the leadership, it's the people who are left behind that are affected. And you'd be surprised, regardless of what your view is of this particular minister, there's a lot of good people in the church, there's a lot of nice people in the church, who you would more than happily meet and get on with. And they're the ones who tend to be the ones who are hurt. So that's why I'm so concerned that these allegations are so serious, they could hurt a lot of people. I'm not saying it purely because I think, I want to protect this man of God, quote unquote. I don't. If he's done these things, and they turn out to be true, there is no protection for him. But I sincerely hope this is not true. I really do hope that, because this is huge if it's true. Because T.D. Jakes is one of those preachers who's managed to cross that line from being a preacher into the world of celebrity. As you may know, he produces a lot of films, execs produces a lot of films. He's been responsible for getting a lot of Hollywood into Christianity, as it were. So it'd be a great shame, is all I'm saying. And I know there'll be those of you who have different opinions about his message, what he believes, and etc., but I'm just stating basics here. I'm not getting into, hermeneutics and all that kind of stuff, all right? But anyway, let's hope it isn't. What more can I say? When I opened my phone, I was like, what? Really? Merry Christmas.